Alright, yeah, and welcome back to some more Batman the Telltale series. So, I can't for the life of me get my Xbox 360 controller to work anymore. It worked initially and it won't work anymore. I've uninstalled the game, reinstalled it, changed up some drivers, and unplugged it, plugged it back in. Done everything I could possibly think of, and I can't get the game to pick it up. So for the foreseeable future, we're going to use mouse and keyboard. So if that does mean that I miss a few prompts because I don't know what I'm supposed to press, then I am sorry, but that's just the way it's going to have to be. Anyway, guys, let's get straight into the game, shall we? Let's continue.
It's me.
Is that the password? Because that's a terrible password if it is. Episode 1. So finally into the flesh of the game, by the looks of it. Realm of Shadows. Ooh. We're gonna have some Ra's al
Another
Ghul
brutal week in Gotham, folks. A string of home invasions rippled through the city's already crime-infested East End. Apparently, the bandits are using stolen GCPD battering rams to force their way in, with break-in and entering incidents up 40% over last year. Remember to keep those front doors locked tonight. And we have breaking news tonight. 5 criminals are in custody this evening after a break-in at City Hall. The notorious Batman was on the scene, but failed to secure the stolen items.
Not all of them. Let's see what she was really after.
Allegations that Dent may have actually been involved in the break-in. Talk about dirty politics.
Alright, so
These accusations hold any water with the voters.
WSD to move.
Perceived as a
Let's have a look at the main screen.
flailing campaign to take down one of Gotham's most promising young politicians.
And in other news,
Meh.
now on day 3 of the
Right.
fire that will not end.
Let's just get straight into it. Let's have a look at this data drive.
Nearly fell off a building for this.
Still no word on what started the fire, but whatever's burning in there has resisted everything the fire.
Analyze the
department has thrown
data.
at it. They're recommending
Ooh.
people
Gadgets
avoid
table.
the
Let's have a
area
look at our
and seek
gadgets.
immediate treatment if you
Do we get
happen to
more
breathe
if we
any
look?
of that tar black smoke.
So we got EMP sticky lasers, trace detection skimmers.
Newest addition. You can program it to reveal trace elements in a confined space.
So you can find semen with it. Good to know.
Deliver a jolt or knock out electricity in the area. I suppose that Catwoman would have preferred the latter. Spare grapple. Can't believe I let her take that.
Alright. Oops.
Gotham police are investigating multiple cases of riders receiving
Look
Oh,
at
the
them.
test run at the mayor's office was a success.
a weapon while pressed into the tight quarters with fellow
I
passengers.
should see if I can refine the edge. Could be sharper.
Admitted to Gotham General in critical condition. The police don't have
It could
any suspects
slit the
at
throats of
time.
my enemies. I mean,
2 more
disabled my
patients have gone
enemies.
missing from Arkham Asylum, bringing the total
Oh,
number
yeah.
of escapees from the
So we've got the codex that's been updated.
to 15 this year. Only 3 have been caught to date, but all the escapees
Thomas and Martha Wayne, deceased, founders of the Wayne Enterprises. My parents. Dad was a physician. Mom was a philanthropist. They worked tirelessly to help the less fortunate, setting up numerous charities and expending their vast resources to improve this city and its citizens. Murdered in an attempted robbery by a man named Joe Chill, who is also deceased.
takes effect today,
Okay.
making it possible for landlords to evict tenants
Alfred Pennyworth. Suspicious man. The Wayne family butler. Faithful, patient, ever helpful Alfred. He's been part of the family my whole life. He raised me when my parents were murdered and guided me when I thought I was lost. He's my butler, my confidant, and the most secret weapon in my arsenal. Oh, he's a weapon, is he? He complains frequently about my nightly activities, but he's still there to patch me up when I need it.
More on this after
Harvey Dent. Gotham City District Attorney, mayoral candidate. A new friend and best district attorney Gotham City has seen in years. His political ambitions have always been as big as his ego, and now he's hoping to become mayor. He's got so many great ideas for how to save this city. I think he'll be good for Gotham, but I have to steer him down the right path to get there. He's too easily swayed by anyone with power, regardless of their murky morality. God. Can I turn off that news, because it's very annoying. Yeah, I want to turn it off. Is there an off button? Nope. It's very hard to read while it's playing. But I'll quieten it for you guys so you can hear me speak. Hamilton Hill, Mayor of Gotham City. Exhibit A in what's wrong with this city. Hill should have been thrown out of the office years ago, but he's got his hands wrapped around Gotham's government in a death grip. He's been suspected of numerous crimes, but there's never been enough to make any of it stick. He's rotten to the core, and one day this city will realise it. Harvey's out there doing his best, and hopefully this upcoming election will be the end of Hill's corrupt administration. Cat burglar, it's actually Catwoman. Crimes, burglary, obviously, and petty larceny. New criminal on the scene, tied to several recent break-ins. She's effective and doesn't leave many clues behind. Currently, the GCPD has no leads. I wish I knew more about her. Okay, so this is a version of Batman where he doesn't know who Catwoman actually is. Interesting. James Gordon, Lieutenant, GCPD, Major Crimes Unit. Associates, Barbara Gordon, daughter. I assume that's also before she's Oracle. He's a good, by-the-book cop in a department that doesn't trust Batman. He was recently trapped to lead the Major Crimes Task Force. An impressive promotion, so he's doing something right. I think he could be a trustworthy and reliable source of info, but I'll need to cultivate that relationship. He's a family man, so he's not willing to take necessary risks on the street. That's fine. I'll take the risks. Almost there, guys. Vicky Vale, investigative journalist, Gotham Gazette. One of the Gazette's most ambitious and competent reporters. I've read her stuff. Some of it can be a bit tabloid, but her passion for the truth is undeniable. She's been with the paper for a while, covered all kinds of beats. Someone like that has the kind of access others would kill for. She might even hear more about what's going on in Gotham than I do. One day I might need to find out what she knows. Carmine Falcone, Skyline Club owner, head of the Falcone crime family. The worst kind of gangster, one who tries to mingle with high society. He seems to have his hands in everything, including smuggling, real estate, bribery and fraud. I could haul him to jail, but he'd walk away the next day. I could shut down one operation, but two would open in its place. His empire is vast and multi-layered. Finding hard, admissible evidence is required for a conviction. Right, I'm just going to leave the other three for later, and we'll watch them another time. Gotham Feed. Dent pressures, major decay. Gotham District Attorney Harvey Dent calls upon the Mayor's office to take a public stand against the wave of vigilant actions sweeping the streets. Mayor Hill cannot expect the DA's office to prosecute cases on any criteria other than the law, said Dent at the City Hall press conference. Dent has taken a firm stand against vigilantism in Gotham, from the uptick in citizen-led shootings to the costumed superhero Batman. He's actually just a hero. Superhero would apply his powers. God. Dent is currently enjoying a surge in popularity with one of the lowest criminal backlog indexes in the state. His groundbreaking Victims Assistant program was part of the platform that drove his most recent successful bid for re-election, since becoming Gotham's youngest district attorney at 26. Police lieutenant tapped for League Task Force. We've just read that essentially. Wayne Enterprises Arkham Asylum replacement. Okay, the charitable arm of Wayne Enterprises, headed by Robert and Regina Zellerbach, has announced funding for a new mental health care facility, replace the outdated Arkham Asylum. For years, the asylum has made headlines for its inhumane approach to patient treatment and its violent, oftentimes deadly prisoner escapes. But soon that will no longer be the case. The Thomas and Martha Wayne Memorial Hospital, as it will be called, will offer a mixture of maximum security with confinement with modern mental health care practices to truly heal those who are suffering. Ambitious plans are already underway to transfer current Arkham inmates as soon as construction completes and implement a critical program of rehabilitation and release. Okay. So now we need to shove this thing in the data port. That's a big data port.
Let's find out what was so important. Encrypted.
Oh, no.
Wayne Manor has 7 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, a library, a gymnasium, a basketball court, and a movie theater. And yet I always find you here, in a dark, damp cave, in front of a computer.
I like the cave.
I'm more at home here than the rest of the house, you know that.
Then we should build an 8th bedroom down here.
Sure, I can see the headlines now. Bruce Wayne, billionaire, entrepreneur, cave dweller.
Quite an eclectic resume. Did you find out what that, Catwoman tried to steal?
Well, in the process.
What are we looking at?
Let me try a different angle.
To rotate the hologram, use W, A, S, and D. What am I rotating it for? I don't know.
This is a map of the east side shoreline. But it could mean any number of things. Money, weapons, drugs, everything flows through that port.
Maybe it's where Mayor Hill picks up his dry cleaning.
Can't make sense of it yet. There's still plenty of files to decrypt.
And in the meantime, I saved you what I could.
Thanks, Al.
You ate the rest,
The same
didn't you,
couldn't
Al?
be said for the bar. I had to literally pry Mrs. Zeller back away. But you'll be pleased to hear everyone has left, including Mr. Falcone. I would have been tempted to be far less polite. I'd recommend leaving the fistfights to your alter ego. Bloodstains are much harder to remove from a tuxedo.
Yeah, thanks for the interruption.
And it wasn't for you, Bruce. I was worried I might drink all my good scotch. For the record, your father despised men like Falcone, thought they ruined Gotham's stellar reputation.
Back when it still had one?
It can again, Bruce. Though people like this Catwoman aren't helping. Is she new to town?
Never seen her before. Hopefully, she's just a tourist. Oh, no, I already checked the codex.
Not much to find, apparently.
Few burglaries, break-ins. Seems to lay pretty low.
You could learn a thing or two from her. You can't step outside without it ending up in the news lately. As Bruce or Batman.
Batman doesn't
That's not
hide.
the point. I want criminals to know I'm out there. Batman isn't hiding from anybody.
I was talking about Bruce. I don't mean to beat a dead argument, but...
No one's gonna figure it out now. Trust me.
Miss Vale noticed your injuries, so did Mr. Dent. If they put it together with the incident at the mayor's office, it would undo all the long nights and close calls we've endured to get here. You're in the spotlight more than ever. You have to be careful.
You're right. I should have canceled the event.
I know how much pressure you're under. I don't mean to add to it.
It's okay. I know you're only looking out for me.
If we make a suit that fits me, we can trade places some night. Though I'm not partial to heights.
I'm up for it.
Old men worry, that's all. It's our gift and our curse. One more worry for the list.
Can we trust him?
I thought I saw Oz. It's been, what, 20 years? Last time I saw him, we were in grade school.
Indeed, you two were thick as thieves. Oswald, however, took that role more literally than you.
Dishonorable discharge, illegal boxing matches, arms dealing, prison stints?
That's a criminal grand slam, if I'm using the expression correctly.
Unfortunately, you are.
Oswald claimed he only wanted to catch up, but his behavior following his family's collapse is troubling. Why he's returning now, I haven't the faintest idea.
I think he just wants to reconnect. Criminal record or not, he's still an old friend.
A lot can change over the years. If I remember correctly, Oswald was fond of the old firecrackers in the toilet trick. I worry what he's graduated to. Even though you and young Master Cobblepot used to be close, I'd advise you to be cautious. But I know you can't abandon a good mystery until it's solved.
I'll be careful, Alfred.
When you see what's become of his park, I think you will.
So this must be true origins of Batman, like year one kind of stuff. Because he's not the Penguin. Which is interesting. We don't know about Catwoman, or Woman Cat. She's better known. Cobblepot Park.
Where are you, Oz?
Ooh. Nice keyboard version's more like Broken Sword. It's awesome. Graffiti. Wow. Very thorough. I wanted to read the newspaper. Oh. Yeah, well.
Thank you, sir.
Can I examine the homeless person? Let's have a out loud monologue about him being homeless. Why are you talking about me? I'm right here. Alright. Running late. Meet you by the statue.
Great. There's the statue, but no Oz.
Smoking man. Ooh. It's a shopping district. Good to know.
Hey.
Beat it.
Didn't you know who I am? I'm Bruce Wayne. Eccentric billionaire who can't walk upstairs. Alright. Some more graffiti. Anything of interest? Zone. Nope. And the Cobblepot Park.
Well, that isn't what it used to be.
Okay. Let's have a gander at the statue.
Watch wallet cash. But this goes through you.
It's Smoking Man.
Hey, you heard him, man. The hell are you waiting for?
Just walk away.
You're making a mistake.
You already made one coming here. The next one kills you. And him.
Oh no, not quick time events.
Gentlemen!
Oz?
Keep walking, all right? This don't concern you, twerp.
You see, that's where you're mistaken. My old mate and I have some catching up to do. And you're ruining the moment! Come here! Think that'll do?
Q. Alright, this is gonna be stabbing. Yeah.
This used to be a nice place. Lowlifes like you don't belong. This is my park! Mine! You hear that? Oh, hey Bruce. You've got a little, There. Good as new. Woo! That was a right little scrap, eh?
You've got red on
Nothing
you.
kickstarts the system like a dash of adrenaline, eh? Besides, someone needed to deal with the rubber situation here.
Oh, thanks for the backup.
I yanked you away from your bloody ivory tower, Bruce. Least I can do is make sure you don't get shanked.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you.
It's been what? 2 decades?
And you know what? I haven't been mugged once that entire time.
That wasn't why I brought you here, mate. Right now, I am trying to recognize the little Bruce I used to run around this place with. Back when it wasn't, you know, like this. This park used to mean something. A place that was safe for kids, for families. People came from all over to visit. Oh, Mum and Dad, they put so much work in here.
It's a shame what happened. It was beautiful once.
And now, it's a hellhole. Last thing my parents ever built. This city chews right through people. Mum committed to Arkham. Dad ended it himself, he did. My family's fortune, there's nothing left, Bruce.
I know. Alfred told me.
It's funny, huh? Same place that ground my family to dust. Gave you the good life. Used to run in the same circles we did. Hobnobbing parties, round-the-world vacations, unlimited potential.
I'm sorry, Oz. No one should have to go through that.
Thanks, Bruce. But we are not the only ones suffering. Good to know you haven't changed, Bruce. You still care about something more than just yourself. Although, I was surprised to see Carmine Falcone at your party last night. Made himself right at home. That oily...
Falcone was an uninvited guest. That's it. I never want to see his face again.
On that, we can agree in earnest. Falcone made a stack of cash and corpses a mile high, ruining families like mine. All he needs is a little push. And... it'd be a treat to watch him hit pavement. Sorry, mate. This reunion got a lot more grim than I planned. Things are gonna be on the upswing soon, though. A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door. And I'm here to let it in. Which brings me to you, Bruce. You see, you throw a rock in any direction, you break a window that Wayne Enterprises owns. As the rich and powerful go, oh, you top Gotham's list. But when my revolution starts, we're gonna smash windows and cross off names all the way down. Like I said, it's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be beautiful. And I can't wait to get started.
I'm not your enemy, Oz.
That remains to be seen, don't it? I've got great affection for you, Bruce. I really do. Which is why I'm warning you. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
Ooh.
Good seeing you,
Choices
Bruce,
are up and
but
coming up.
I got some rocks to collect. Cheers.
Let's have this meeting in this rundown park where I tell you I'm gonna threaten you. Press conference for the new hospital starts soon. Car waiting on south side of park. Right. I think that is where we're going to leave this episode off for today. So if you've enjoyed the content, then be sure to leave a like. If you've loved the content, then be sure to subscribe. But if you're not quite sure, stay for the end card, see the rest of the content we've got to offer. And as always, I'll see you next time for the press conference. Bye-bye.